little berries, welcome back to my channel. We're gonna take a look at why you're still single and how can we improve your romantic connection. Stay tuned because there will be a mini Reiki healing session at the end of each pile, customized to your specific problem. Remember to check out this video to manifest your dream partner. Okay, I got 3 piles for you to choose from here. Take a moment to see which deck you are drawn to the most. I will be pulling the cards for you while I doodle, and I will see you in your timestamp. Hi, pile number 1. First off, I'm sensing a lot of you guys are aiming for a long-term partnership, preferably marriage or like life partner, someone you can build your life with. However, regarding your past experience towards love and romance, there's something very nitpicking here. Either you've been with people who are kind of like narcissistic perfectionists, who are very logical and keep telling you what to do and how to do things, a little bit controlling, a little bit bossy. These events shape who you are today. They have made you doubt yourself, creating more insecurities for you. It could be from just little things in daily life, like how you dress, how you do your hair, whether they like the color of your hair or not, or how much you're eating. Till these days, you still held on to these beliefs that you are not good enough simply because they felt like you were not good enough for them and their standards. It doesn't have to just be regarding ex-lovers. These patterns could be inherited from parents as well. And this nervousness, when you're out there meeting new people, there's still running thoughts inside of your mind that's freaking out, like, what am I doing? Like, do they like me? Blah, blah, blah. Which kind of repels the right people towards you and attract more of those judgmental human beings that you do not like to spend time with, because they are confirming your biased thoughts and opinion about yourself. When someone compliments you, you don't believe in those nice gesture and good positive things because your nervous system is not feeling safe within those worlds. However, when someone make certain remarks or say something sarcastic towards you, I mean, sometimes they don't even mean it, you might even think that it's true, and that's coming up as your hugest block at the moment. So what I'd like you to do is to slowly disintegrate this part of yourself and treat yourself more with kindness. That now you no longer accepting or inviting judgmental energy towards your life anymore. Whether it's true or not, whether your brain and mind believes in those words or not, every time a negative thoughts or self-doubt comes in or someone's doubting you, just remind yourself and know that we are not doing this anymore. Even when logically they might be correct in their criticisms of you, but it's how you handle that and the meaning that you gave to those scenarios and moments that is more important. You can take those offers and you can think like, do I really want to change that part about myself? Is it beneficial for me, or is it more beneficial for them to make that comment? And is it really changeable? Do they criticize you for something that is true to your nature, or is it a skill that you can actually improve? If they criticize something that it's inherently yours and it's hard to change, or it's not beneficial for you to change unless you completely change yourself and change who you are from the inside to please them and be a different person, someone completely different, then it's not you who they like. They actually prefer someone else. And sometimes consider that as a good thing. It means that they are not a good fit for you. So, however, if you try to change yourself to match that and force your connection to be together and going
against your nature. You will find that pretending to be someone else actually takes a lot of energy, and even though you could get that person, you will not be satisfied and happy in that relationship because they are showing up as someone who is not a good match to you. Whereas if you stay true to your energy, you could have attracted someone who's a more compatible match with that without having to spend any effort or trials. Love doesn't have to be such a hard thing if you allow it to not be so. So the next time if someone shows up in your life and they have all these rules and standards that are impossible to meet, you will just say, we are not doing this anymore, and find someone else who will love and accept you for who you are. And sometimes it's scary to be alone for a while and it seems like no one desires you, but it's an essential choice that you have to make between two pathways. You can't get to the other path if you keep choosing the same one. And in the maneuver in the middle, energy changes in between. That's where you do the real work of inner healing, where you have to self-validate and self-soothe before anyone shows up. Because if you don't do this work, people could show up, the right person, and you still choose to push them away and not believing in what they've shown you. And that is all I have for you, pile number 1. Your drawing is a drawing of healing your inner child with a lot of water, soothing elements. So lean into that feminine energy more. Go to the beach, turn on some calming music, look back at your past self and ask yourself since when do you first feel these emotions, and talk to that child that things are no longer that way. It was painful memories, events, but now we have to let that go. Moving on to this mini healing session, just take a deep breath in and out as I work on your energy. Type in the comments, I accept this healing in order to receive this energy.
Hello, pal number 2. Let's see why you're still single and what's blocking you in romantic love. A lot of you is still healing from a breakup, whether this is recent or a very traumatic one from a long time ago. And part of you still wonder if you're actually ready to open up once again. In the past connection, maybe you've dated a narcissist where they think they're always right and they have the power of control over you. Some of you have been cheated on. There's something regarding that your feeling wasn't validated. And you were left feeling like you are not important. What you wished for is to be spoiled and to be taken good care of, like in a normal relationship where they get you flowers, they cook for you. But instead, you were made to feel like your needs are too much. There could have been like an extra jealousy tendency going on here, where your ex-partner kept track of your location and maybe they forbid you to do certain activity or hanging out with certain friends, and you were not able to wear certain clothes as well. It felt like your life or sense of identity was locked up. Basically, like I'm being shown like in a jail, isolated from the community, whether it's your family, your friends. Not only that, maybe their family was against you as well. There's a lot of drama that was going on here, and it's just very complicated. And all of those energies and events are still running roam free in your mind till this very day. And you're still trying to process it all. Some of you are literally looping in this event, still having flashback memories and feeling that are very heavy and hard to deal with. Some of you even suffer from PTSD, anxiety, panic attack. It's all very serious here that I'm picking up on. You are kept being pulled to the past and your body is still in shock, and it kept living and replaying all of these events and unable to focus and be in the present. And it's very hard to like pull something in and be in creative energy and create a new future for yourself where you pull in a new healthy, happy relationship unless you've cleared out these blockages first. Stay tuned for an energy healing after I'm done reading these cards for you, because you really need this. Because this is a lot and it's very heavy and it's dragging you down. First off, about your anger, resentment, you need to find a way to work this up. Because what happens when you were in a position of abused or felt like a victim due to your circumstances, they treated you with unfairness, but you tolerated it. Because maybe the child inside of you thought that it was not safe to say no. And so a lot of it was repressed anger that was not shown or acted towards in that moment in time. You did not freak out, or maybe you did, but it didn't help you. And now it has turned into rage. Every day you need to find a safe space and dedicate a time frame in your day where you can focus and think about whatever that has made you really angry before. Pull those feelings up, those memories, talk to yourself, ask why you are angry,
and what is the anger trying to tell you, what is trying to protect you of. Like, because anger are a form of boundaries. It shows you where you're being violated, and it shows you the solution and protects you from whatever is harming you. But sometimes in certain moments, we are not able to protect ourselves right away. So there's like shame, there's like guilt towards ourselves, not just toward the person that hurt you, harm you, or the circumstances, but like there's anger towards yourself as well. That why didn't you step up for yourself? So all of those need to be talked through, that you've done your best within your ability in that moment, and you need to learn how to forgive yourself as well. The most important part is just to listen to your anger without judgment. Don't think that it's too much, it's too scary, it's too uncomfortable. Just let it resurface and then let it go. And it will pass. The second part is that you should work on your heart chakra. It's the center energy in the center of your chest, represented by the green color. Being in nature more would help you ground this. Like, just touch and hug a random tree and transfuse your anger down there. Like, imagine the red anger, whatever the color of anger that represent for you, the fire, whatever, seeing it leaving your body and going onto the ground, going to the tree and then onto the ground. Also, do search for heart chakra meditation on YouTube to invite the love into the centers. And love here is universal love, like love for the self, love for life. That will help heal and cure whatever abandonment issue that you've had due to like someone left you alone, dealing with things by yourself, with your feelings. There is an angry child living inside of you. And what it needs is not for you to scold it, for you to be more angry at it, or for you to ignore that part of yourself. It needs you to hug this child and to love, to show it love, to teach this child that you are here for that part of yourself now. And that child can trust you. This is the necessary work. Because if you don't do this, it's going to be very hard for you to trust someone else moving on. You'll be very active, you act out of your triggers, even though maybe there's nothing wrong at all. Or you continue to play small and attract similar people like the ones from your past. Because the anger itself is not unhealthy. You just need to learn how to channel it, not to shut it down. Because living without anger and just trying to be nice all the time, it's actually even more dangerous. After you've done these work, those 2 steps I've just mentioned above, you will know that it's starting to work when you can finally connect the dots. I sense there's like an opening in your third eye chakra. There's like purple energy. You might feel called to wear this color more often. Things will start to make sense. Like when you look at your past, there's a sense of like, I understand why this needs to happen, and I learned this from that. And like there's a profound experience that when you start to look at people afterwards, you read through their lives, you read through them like very quickly, like in 1 second, first impression, and you've already known what is going on and what is with this person. Some of you might even consider posting this or become a coach regarding the issue that you have faced and be able to help other people who was in similar situation as well. Because now you've got the signs, you understand how to get through it. You could have actually start talking about it and sharing your experience with people, and it's gonna help them a lot too.
Hi, part number 3. Let's see why you're still single and what's blocking you towards love.
I'm hearing there's a lot of potential around you, but you're not paying attention to it. A lot of trust issue. You could have been focusing on work, or actually maybe you could have been like a workaholic where you try to focus on work to like numb your feelings out or like reject your desire towards romantic connection. Like you're trying to convince yourself, oh, I should focus on my career, I should focus on my study, I should be responsible towards my family, whatever the reason you're giving yourself. It's like you don't have time for love. Even though that's not technically true, like if you want to, you could have made time for it. You have been deceived a lot, and it doesn't have to be cheating. I'm getting something more like catfish, where maybe you went on a date with someone online and their picture doesn't match what they are in reality. Or maybe in your past relationship, someone tells you something, maybe about their financial situation. Maybe the person has a lot of debt, but they were hiding it from you. Something was told, but it was not what it seems to be. It kind of shattered you and break your reality of how you perceive things. It could be small events when you're like in childhood and your parent told you that we're going to Disneyland and then they end up not taking you. Huge disappointment here. Maybe your partner promised you to do something but they end up not doing it. So you was let down multiple times. Eventually you form this belief where you think love is not necessary. Love is not necessary. Because I cannot count on others to do things that they promised they would do. I end up having to do all of those things by myself anyway. They bring nothing to my life, just false promises. They get your hopes up, things seems perfect, all pink life and all those stuff, but it's actually empty. It's like every gift comes with a string. It may look good now, but like you're always suspicious. Like there must be something really bad. The shoe's gonna drop. Something's tied to it. Like I can't trust it's like actually this good. If it's good, something must be wrong. I'm also getting a blocked throat chakra. This is the energy center in your throat. It's related to speaking the truth or being able to perceive the truth. And there's no more discernment here. You're no longer observing situation as neutral or as clear paths. Everything you see, you automatically assume it's a lie. You do not give the benefits of the doubts here. Very closed off energy. You don't want to believe in anything else. Some of you might have been too traumatized by those events that you learn to develop a coping mechanism where you eventually manipulate other people as well. Playing mind games, watching those psychological tricks on YouTube and then actually follow through with it. You don't mean what you said anymore, and you don't present your true self. You like to keep people guessing, always playing on edge. For example, you might be interested in someone, but then you act very cold towards them, playing hard to get, even though actually your feelings inside are like you're completely obsessed with them already. And by doing this, you're actually pushing a lot of potential matches away. Not only this tactics that's keeping like red flags people away, they're actually keeping genuine people away from you also. Basically, you're keeping everyone away by protecting yourself, both the goods and the bads. Like you're completely blocking everything coming towards you right now. So it might feel safe, but you're also not getting what you want either. You need to trust your intuition more. That's what you're meant to learn at the moment regarding the situation. Learning to tell apart from a lie and a truth instead of blindly believing in people or just blindly assuming that they are lying. It's not black and white. Like in the past, you were too gullible, let's say, innocent, and you believe in everything that someone said, like immediately without questioning, because you wanted to believe in the best of people and you wanted to believe in love and light and all of that. In a way, it was not that people were deceiving you. You were actually deceiving yourself. Because if you look and pay attention closely, maybe you could have realized that they were lying, but you missed a sign, you ignore the signs, because you are stubborn in your perspective. You wanted it to be right, you wanted it to be good. Whether it was actually good or not, you don't want to discover the truth. Maybe it would hurt you too much, you didn't want to deal with it, but eventually you had to deal with it later. You know those scenarios when you're seeing someone and there's nothing wrong with them, they're like perfect on paper, everything is smooth and nice, but like inside your guts you can tell something is wrong, but logically nothing looks wrong and nothing is off. So you brush that feeling away and you think that you're just overthinking it because maybe in the past like someone taught you not to trust that feeling of yours and rather just relying on facts and numbers. I think something needs to be taught spiritually is that don't label things as good or bad. You must learn to accept and love both of the version you see. The reason you're so afraid of the truth is that because you believe it to be bad. Let's say you discover someone is drinking or smoking behind your back. It's bad for their health and you get mad at them. You run away from these scenarios and these truths is because you don't want to deal with the aftermath of getting angry with someone. In a way, you are afraid of your own negative emotions. So instead, you need to learn how to make friends with yourself. That even if you discover that someone's doing something dirty behind your back, you could accept it the way that it is without having to alter it or change it into something good. Just observe it without the need to criticize it, if that makes sense, or having the need to overreact. You could discover someone is cheating on you and you just pack your bag and leaves without making a huge, like a big scene out of it, getting all jealous and mad because somehow you attach your value with the situation, and then overthink like, is the other person better than me? You need to simplify the truth. It's like the water boils at 100 degrees. The earth spins around the sun. Does it make you mad? Should you try to change the water into boiling at 50 degrees instead? Is it a bad thing or a good thing? Doesn't matter. That's the mental attitude that you need to learn to detach yourself from the situation and your emotions and just observe it as a bystander. This includes negative emotion like judgment, where you think people are always lying to you without looking at the facts first. You are drawing this belief from the past, from your hurt, when maybe actually they are not doing that anymore. But you cannot judge from a blank piece of paper. You are being very biased here. So when you learn that you actually have the ability to know when people are lying and believe in that, don't be discouraged that you find that, well, there's a lot of people who are lying to you. That's such a bad thing. No, it's not. It's so disappointing. No, it's not. You're opening up to more perspective into your life and you're learning that, so maybe it's like showing up more to you so you can actually learn this lesson throughout fully. After you dealt with the heavier side, tap into the light, you will find out that, wow, there's actually so many people who are expressing their truth as well, but you have not been paying attention to them in the past because you were so focused on catching who is lying to you. Don't be so discouraged by the one time someone lied to you and you didn't realize actually there's like a lot more or just the same amount of people who's telling you the truth also, without taking into consideration of how many times they have been honest towards you instead, and keep letting that one event ruin your life. In other words, they might have wronged you, but don't be petty about it.